Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news commodities are on the front line of a global economic shift. The top 10 commodities traded in the world are Brent crude oil, steel, West Texas crude oil, soybeans, iron, corn, gold, copper, aluminium and silver in that order. But copper prices fell to $7,716 a tonne at the end of last week, a very long way down from the $10,000 level they reached at the start of June. Aluminium prices fell to $2,244 a tonne, also a far cry from the peak in mid-March of over $38,000 a tonne. They're now back to where they were in the middle of 2021. Iron ore prices are not going anywhere, despite all the talk of stimulus and rebounds in China. And that is also in the face of supply difficulties in China. World steel prices are flatlining despite high energy costs. Even wheat prices are falling, in this case based on fresh USDA planting data showing grain acreage and stock levels that were above market expectations. Only corn, soybeans and oil are staying high. The rest are in a funk now, a developing fade. In China, their private sector factory PMI recorded that manufacturing output rebounded as their pandemic restrictions receded, much like the official PMI we reported on Thursday. But not helping investors were reports that US factories were expanding at their slowest pace in 2 years in June, even if their expansions are actually faster still than for China. And the widely watched local ISM factory PMI in the US came in with more modest expansion, one that was lower than expected. New orders contracted for the first time in 2 years. Meanwhile, Eurozone inflation had another record high in June at 8.6% as price pressures broadened there. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today 9 basis points lower from this time on Friday at 2.89%, and it has ended the month in New York almost exactly where it started, although in between it got as high as 3.49%. And the price of gold ended last week at $1,813 an ounce in New York. And India raised its import taxes on gold from 7.5% to 12.5%, which won't help the yellow metals price. And oil prices are little changed at just over $107 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is just on $111 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will open today softer at 62.1 US cents and a 1 cent fall in a week. Against the Australian dollar were firmer at 91.1 Australian cents. Against the euro were unchanged to 59.6 euro cents. That means our trade weight index starts today at just on 70.4, but that's down 70 basis points in a week. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.